understand. What do you want from me?
Your life.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 darkest things Black Adam has ever done.
Kahndaq needed a hero. Instead, they got me.
For this list, we're looking at all those terrifying feats of brutal strength and horrific acts of mental and physical terror that Teth-Adam, known to DC fans as Black Adam, has committed over his long history. Given that he's a complicated man, we should point out that though his methods are dark, his outcomes might not be wrong. Maybe we should rename him Morally Gray Adam. Anyway, are you looking forward to seeing Dwayne Johnson's portrayal of Shazam's nemesis? Sound off in the comments. Number 10. That Damn Plan. Superman Shazam, The Return of Black Adam. It wasn't long after returning to Earth that Black Adam begins causing trouble in this short film. In fact, with little time to spare, the film gives a good indication of just how troublesome the ancient champion can be by having him take on both Superman and Captain Marvel at the same time. At one point, an almost beaten Adam destroys a dam wall in a bid to flood Fawcett City. As Marvel grabs him and demands to know why, his militaristic tactics are eerily disturbing.
A necessary strategy. Divide and conquer.
It almost works too, as he didn't count on the Kryptonians' powers. But the darkest moment is in how little Adam values anyone's life. In fact, in the end, he'd rather die than surrender, which he does.
Shazam!
Number 9. Black Adam Comes for Death. 52, Volume 1, Number 45.
To challenge them is to court death.
They say death comes for us all, but on this occasion, it's Black Adam who comes for death. Or at least the last surviving member of the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse, known also as Azraeus. An earlier battle with them had cost Adam his wife Isis, otherwise known as Adriana Tamaz, with 3 dead by his hand, and a promise to avenge Isis's life. Adam goes after death to finish the job. Despite counterproductively charging Azraeus to full strength by leaving a trail of corpses for Azraeus to devour the energy of, Adam coaxes his target out of hiding and takes on the Horseman. But Adam quickly overpowers even him by barraging death with lightning, and then tortures him for information until he slowly bleeds out. Number 8. Mary Marvel's Heel Turn. Countdown, Volume 1, Numbers 49 through 47. For as long as she's been around, Mary Marvel has been a true paragon of goodness in the DC universe. She's powerful but also measured, much the Girl Scout of the Shazam family. However, for a time, Mary was without her magical abilities and felt powerless, both literally and figuratively.
I don't know, I know I should be excited because this is my dream and I've worked really, really hard for this. But it's like...
At the same time, Black Adam, now a recluse, had grown tired of his abilities and wanted out. A chance meeting between the two allowed Adam the opportunity to talk Mary out of some of the values she holds dearest and give in to darker ideas. He then gives Mary his powers, turning her into a more powerful version of herself than she'd previously been, but at the cost of her morals. Number 7. Till Death Do Us Part. Black Adam: The Dark Age, Volume 1, Number 2. After the events of World War III, Adam was powerless and alone. His wife was avenged, but it did little to soothe his pain. The only thing that could help was if she could come back. And then Adam has a plan. For the uninitiated, the Lazarus Pit is a rejuvenating bath that keeps characters young and healthy, but takes part of the user's sanity with each use. With his wife decayed into mere bones, Adam embarks on a trek to find a Lazarus Pit and use it to revive her. He's successful at first, but this very quickly proves to be worse. Isis's newly formed body quickly disintegrates, leaving her in pain. Adam then kills his wife in an act of mercy.
The Lazarus Pit will not bring you back this time.
Number 6. sacrificing his nephew. Justice League Volume 2, number 20.
Now, this looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Let me think.
The origin of Black Adam has been revised once or twice throughout the various eras of the comic books. At one point, he even killed Billy Batson's parents, although this was sharply retconned. In 2013, we finally got a definitive story of how Teth-Adam gained his abilities, and why he should never have had them in the first place. Recalling the story to Captain Marvel, Adam tells of how he and his young nephew Amon received powers from the wizard in exchange for healing. With their newfound abilities, they disagree, with Amon wanting to convince their oppressors of a better way, and Adam wanting vengeance. In a sickening twist, Adam kills his nephew, thus becoming the sole unopposed powerful being, and begins his revenge. Number 5. A Terrifying Tear. 52, Volume 1, Number 3. It's often said about some members of the DC Universe that their stance on crime and criminals is a little lacking. Most have some form of a no-killing rule that's arguably created more victims than it saved. Black Adam, on the other hand, does not honor a moral compass that points towards reform.
When you crush an ant beneath your foot, do you feel remorse? No. Is this because you are evil, or because you recognize yourself as a higher form of life?
In order to make a point about how the Justice League's version of, well, justice doesn't go far enough, Adam holds a press conference in front of the Kahndaq embassy. He then nonchalantly pulls the ecological warrior Terraman into the air and tears him in two as part of a very public execution. Given that Terraman had just been granted asylum by Adam, it's incredibly cold. Number 4. Manipulating the Martian Manhunter. World War III, Volume 1, Number 1. As Black Adam finally snapped under the weight of losing so much, war became inevitable. But for some members of the Justice League, there was still hope. J'onn J'onzz stepped up to Adam in a bid to talk him down. And when things got violent, the Martian Manhunter stood his ground. The battle was fierce, with J'onn on the back foot, readying to pull out one more trick: link their minds telepathically. Remember, the Martian Manhunter is no pushover, but Black Adam is so full of rage, and yet somehow so cold, that he's able to reverse J'onn J'onzz's telepathy and show him all the people he killed. The shock of so many dying cries sends J'onn into retreat, leaving Adam to his killing spree. Number 3. Disarming Young Frankenstein. World War III, Volume 1, Number 3. For most of World War III, Black Adam is virtually unstoppable. But that doesn't deter the young and perhaps naive metahuman groups from trying to end the Reign of Terror. Unfortunately, one such effort leads to more tragedy, as young Frankenstein meets a horrific end at the hands of a destructive Adam.
For as long as I can remember, people have hated me.
In attempting to save his fellow Teen Titans, Frankenstein tries restraining Black Adam from behind. Instead, poor Frankie has his arms ripped off for his trouble, later dying from a severe loss of blood. It was further proof that Adam needed not only to be stopped, but stopped quickly. Don't feel too sorry for young Frankenstein, however. In true comic book fashion, he returned months later. Number 2. Powerless, yet he is still dangerous. Black Adam: The Dark Age, Volume 1, Number 2. After the attempt to revive his wife using the Lazarus Pit failed, a powerless and frustrated Adam exited the cave alone. But it wasn't long until he encountered his first opportunity to let off some steam. A Yeti, who was intending to protect the pit, stood in his way.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
Though Adam apologizes, he easily rips open the creature with nothing but his natural strength and a knife to help. His brutality doesn't end there, as he uses the Yeti's intestines as rope to descend the mountain, without at least killing it first and prolonging the creature's agony.
Me was going to ask you to snow monster ball, but now forget it!
What's particularly horrific about this show of brutality is that the Yeti is actually Hu Wei, shape-shifting Chinese superhero and reserve member of the Great Ten. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Revenge by Genocide. 52, Volume 1, Number 45. Earlier, we spoke of how Adam, fueled with rage after losing his family, goes on the hunt for death via a trail of corpses. What deserves its own mention now was how that came to be. Black Adam knew he needed to get Death's attention, and he did so via destroying the entire nation of Bialya. Without any care as to who his next victim was, Adam burned and fried anything and everything he could. Completely inconsolable, definitely unhinged, and certainly deranged, Adam killed anyone who crossed his path, regardless of whether they were civilians or not. Burning white hot, he scorched the place to oblivion, and when the dust settled, the casualty count was in the millions.
It changes you, does it not? The power.
It only changes that I can choose my own fate now.
Like a god, maybe.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.